be lifted.
It's just that I'm
Went
still
ahead and
doing
did it
because
anyway.
of-
Habits, probably, right? You've been doing that for a long time. Really good. You can do it slow, right? We can work our way up to doing it fast, but that's exactly what you need to do right there, Mark, right?
Yep.
Kept that club beautifully away from. All right, Mark, thank you for the session today. Wanted to summarize what we were talking about there. We talked a lot about something that we've touched on in the past, but for whatever reason has kind of worsened for you over the last couple weeks or month or so, which is we talked a little bit about how we describe the width of the arc of that golf swing, right? So for you, for whatever reason, it had started getting really narrow to you. I think probably, as you mentioned, you were kind of trying to use your wrists perhaps to extra cock them to give you a chance to get down to that ball. And what was happening was that club, as we're looking at from here, was getting really close to the shoulder here and to your neck. Hands were close here in this area. So we worked a lot today on trying to keep that arc further away from you, meaning that left arm and where our hands couple is will stay about as far away from here as we can get it. When you did that, as long as you were patient with it in the downswing and pulled too hard on it, we were able to create some really nice outcomes. So a couple drills, we reintroduced kind of that pause drill element to you, making sure so we'll own the backswing, make sure it's in the spot we want, then restart and go. What we discovered was a little bit of this trying to keep that club away from you, cause the shaft to get a little bit too vertical. So we have to keep an eye on that, make sure that it doesn't get too far this way. If we get this way in the downswing, you're almost always going to then stand up and either hit it a little bit thin or hit it chunky, trying to kind of balance out the amount that shaft is vertical here. So you need to continue to keep an eye on it, nice and behind you. Allow that club to kind of shallow naturally. We talked a little bit about the path of the golf club here too. So trying to keep it moving a little bit more from in to out. When that shaft gets vertical, we tend to hit down on it too much, get that path going left. So for you, you need to make sure that club is still traveling from in to out enough to make sure that we're hitting good shots. And then I want to remind you that drill that we did over in the practice bunker, right? We put the alignment rod down so we knew exactly where the bottom of that arc was, where that ball was, put the ball just in front of it. Try to really make those divots happen just in front of that stick or in front of that line. And I think that that's a great drill for you to do on your own. It'll just give you a good sense of feedback about what's going on with your, where you're making contact with the ground. So thank you again, as always, for the session. Enjoyed it.